For the moment, the violence along the border has kind of changed. In Heglig, things are a lot calmer than they were a few days ago when there were heavy bombings by the north. And, of course, the north took Heglig back from the south. Along the border, things are still quite complicated, especially in the Upper Nile region, where there have been bombings in the previous days. This is according to South Sudanese officials. It's difficult to independently verify, but what a lot of experts are afraid of is the fact that both North and South Sudan could start to talk about negotiations, try and step down, but still the numerous rebel militias could be used as proxy armies to carry on with the violence along this line. But it's the interest of everybody, including the United States and, of course, China, which is one of the main economic partners in this region, that both Sudans get back to the table of negotiations and stop fighting and, of course, start producing oil again. The production of oil here has been stopped on the 21st of January.
Well, James, it was the oil-rich border town of Heglig that started this recent spate of violence. Has there been any more progress in defining which Sudan owns it?
Well, according to the international community, Heglig belongs to the north. Still, the south contests it. You've got to remember that Heglig is right next to Abyei, which is another contested part of the border. These borders were designed basically in 1956. We're talking about the 1956 borders, but it is very, very much muzzy. It's not obvious where the line should be drawn for both Sudans, who, of course, try and control more territory as they can. Of course, the international community is going to be pressuring both North and South Sudan. Salva Kiir, the president of South Sudan, is due back here after 4 days of negotiations in China. He's been trying to negotiate the fact that China might finance and build a pipeline to take the oil from the south directly to Lamu port, which is in Kenya. But this would be a heavy investment, of course. And for the moment, there have been no announcements about these talks. Since for China, this is a sticky issue. They're both a partner of the North and the South. And if they give too much weight or invest too much money in the South, this would be, of course, interpreted by Khartoum as a provocation. So it's pretty difficult.